70% of lottery winners go completely broke. Not someday, within 5 years. 7 out of 10 winners, gone. Everything. And if you won, tomorrow your brain would do the exact same thing. This isn't about bad luck. It's about how your brain was literally wired. Before you ever had money, Jack Whittaker won $315 million. By year 5, publicly completely broke. The same pattern. Every winner. Every time. There's a reason. Psychologists have a name for it. And once you understand it, you'll never see money the same way again. Stay with me, because the last 2 minutes of this video could protect every dollar you ever make. Your entire life. You've been wired to think in small amounts. Then, overnight, $50 million lands in your account. Your brain cannot process this. It goes into overdrive. Psychologists actually have a name for this sudden wealth syndrome. The first symptom. Everyone you know suddenly needs your help. Family, friends, old classmates, distant cousins you've never met. The average lottery winner gives away over $3 million in the first year alone. $3 million just from saying yes to people asking. And most winners don't even realize it's happening. Because saying no to people you love feels impossible. Whittaker's story wasn't unique. The pattern repeats every winner, every decade. The pattern is always the same. First the money, then the people, then the pressure, then nothing. He gave away millions, was robbed multiple times, and spent the rest on bad decisions. The second trap lottery winners fall into is lifestyle inflation. The moment money hits, spending explodes in every direction. A mansion costs 3 to 5% of its value every year just to maintain. A $5 million home quietly eats $250,000 every single year. The cars, the staff, the security, the property taxes. It never stops. Rich people call this the cost of being rich. Winners never see it coming. Your income didn't go up. You got a one-time check, but your expenses became permanent. This is the trap. A one-time event creating lifelong financial pressure. Then come the advisors, and not all of them want to help you. Studies show lottery winners are specifically targeted by bad financial advisors. Complex investments, bad real estate deals, fake business opportunities. The average winner has zero experience. With this level of money, they trust the wrong people and lose millions in deals they never fully understood. The third destroyer, relationships. Money breaks them all. 70% of lottery winners report losing most of their close friendships within 2 years. When you have money and others don't, resentment builds. Naturally, quietly. Friends feel left behind. Family feels entitled. Everyone has an opinion on what you should do with your money. The psychological pressure alone is enough to break most people. A famous 1978 study showed lottery winners were no happier than average people after just 1 year. The initial joy wears off, but the problems that come with the money, those stay. Psychologists call this hedonic adaptation. Your brain resets to a new normal. The mansion becomes your everyday. The car is just transportation. The money feels ordinary. So you spend more, chase a bigger high, and the cycle accelerates. This is the silent killer. Not one big mistake, 1,000 small ones. Nobody tells you that a luxury lifestyle creates permanent monthly obligations you can never easily escape. And nobody warns you about the tax bill. In the US, a $50 million lottery win can be taxed up to 37% federally, plus state taxes. Your $50 million can become $26 million before you even touch it. And most winners choose the lump sum, which makes the tax hit even bigger. The annuity paid over 30 years actually protects you, but it feels less exciting. Annuity winners statistically keep more money long-term, but only 10% choose it. Human psychology always chooses immediate reward over long-term protection, and that one decision costs winners millions in extra taxes every single year. Evelyn Adams won the New Jersey lottery not once but twice. Total winnings, $5.4 million across 2 wins. She gambled it all away. By 2012, she was living in a trailer. Gambling addiction is 3 times more common among lottery winners than the general population. When you have millions, the bets feel small. The losses feel irrelevant until they're not. This is the same psychology behind why rich people take bigger risks and sometimes lose everything. When researchers studied broke lottery winners, the breakdown was clear: overspending was the #1 killer, not bad luck. So what should a lottery winner actually do? Let's break it down properly. Step 1, do absolutely nothing for 6 months. Every financial expert agrees. The first instinct after winning is almost always wrong. Your emotions are running the show. Until they calm down, no major decisions. Step 2, hire a fee-only fiduciary advisor, not someone who earns commission on your choices. A fiduciary is legally required to act in your interest. That word matters enormously. Step 3, stay anonymous if your state allows it. 11 US states allow winners to remain anonymous. This single decision protects you from thousands of predators. Step 4, never spend the principal. Only live off investment returns. $26 million invested conservatively at 7% generates $1.8 million per year forever. You never need to touch the principal. The money works for you permanently. This is called the 4% rule, the foundation of sustainable wealth that most winners never learn. Step 5, get a therapist. Seriously. Sudden wealth creates the same neurological response as trauma. Your brain needs help processing this. Winners who get professional psychological support are statistically far more likely to preserve their wealth. The most overlooked step: define your values before you define your budget. Money without purpose disappears fastest. Now let's look at someone who got it right. Brad Duke won $220 million in 2005. He assembled a team of financial advisors the same week, kept his modest lifestyle. By 2012, he had grown his winnings to over $268 million. He made money on his money. The difference was simple: he treated it like a business, not a windfall. Here's the deeper truth most people miss. Money reveals identity, it doesn't create one. If you were bad with $1,000, you'll be bad with 1 million. The habits don't change automatically. The problem was never the amount of money. It was always the financial education. Winners who had some financial literacy before winning kept significantly more of their money. Financial education is worth more than the lottery ticket itself. The wealthy don't just earn more. They think differently about money from the ground up. And this is why we're having this conversation today, because most Americans aren't taught any of this. Schools teach algebra and history. Nobody teaches you what to do when life-changing money arrives. The financial system benefits from you not knowing these things. Today, 58% of Americans have less than $1,000 in savings. Not because they're lazy, because the gap between income and cost of living has grown 34% since 2015 in the US. When you're already struggling, sudden wealth feels like the answer to everything. It rarely is. The top 1% of Americans hold more wealth than the bottom 90% combined. Wealth is not a destination, it's a skill set, and skill sets take time to build. Slow, consistent wealth building almost always beats sudden windfalls in long-term outcome. Slow wealth built on habits outlasts sudden wealth built on luck every single time. $500 a month invested at 10%. Annual return becomes $1.1 million in 30 years. No lottery ticket required, just time and consistency. The odds of winning Powerball are 1 in 292 million. The odds of building wealth through discipline are 100%. The lottery is entertainment. Investing is a strategy. Never confuse the two. The average American spends over $1,000 per year on lottery tickets. That same $1,000 invested annually for 30 years becomes $86,000. The poorest Americans spend the highest percentage of their income on lottery. The system feeds on hope. This is by design. Understanding this is how you break free from it. This is not a coincidence. Where financial education is absent, lottery dependency fills the gap. The real lottery win is financial literacy, and unlike Powerball, you can earn it. If you ever do win big, remember these 3 rules. Rule 1, wait. Make 0 major decisions for at least 6 months. Rule 2, build a team, a tax attorney, a fee-only fiduciary, and a therapist. Rule 3, never touch the principal. Live only off what your investments generate. These 3 rules are the difference. between a story of tragedy and a story of transformation. The real transformation isn't in your bank account. It's in how you see money and what you believe you deserve. Every lottery winner starts at the same place. What separates them is the decisions made in the first 12 months. You don't need to win the lottery to learn from this. Every financial principle that protects lottery winners applies to your paycheck too. Protect the principle. Only spend what your system generates. Build a team. Start with just a good accountant. Whether you have $500 or 500 million, the order of operations is exactly the same. Financial freedom isn't about winning big. It's about not losing what you have. Start there. Start today. With whatever amount you have. Every wealthy person you admire started with one small consistent habit. Not a windfall, a decision. The compounding effect works on habits, the same way it works on money. Every good decision builds on the last. That's the real reason lottery winners go broke. And that's the real lesson you were never taught in school. You don't need luck, you need knowledge. And now you have both. Share this with someone who still thinks winning the lottery is a financial plan. It might just save them from themselves.